we started with Excel, right? Do you all see the screen now? Can you all see the
Yes.
screen? Is Excel seen on the screen or no?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
it is.
Okay, okay. Please mute yourselves. Everybody keep yourself muted. Okay. Now, just to revise what we have finished so far, we started with active cell, then we have dealt with what is a column, we saw what was a row. Am I correct? One of you all can stay unmuted.
Yes.
Okay. Then, what else we did in our last class? We did all the formulas. We went to insert menu. Then we also, it is hanging, wait a minute. Okay. Then we went through quickly sum, average, count, max, mean, count and count a difference was shown to you. Then we went to insert, we inserted the charts. Do you all remember the chart types?
Bar chart.
Very nice.
Column chart.
Line chart.
Line chart, very nice. Okay. So those were the chart types that we studied. Then we also studied what is meant by absolute referencing, what is meant by mixed referencing, and what is relative referencing. Do you all remember that?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. So today we are moving ahead. We will learn the basic of Excel, wherein we are going to learn how we can add new sheets, a new row, new column, anywhere that we wish to add the new entries. If you remember, this was a file that we were working on to last time, right? We had also studied how to automatically, that is autofill the years, how to autofill the time. I hope you all remember this part. Today we are going to learn how you are going to modify the sheet. Let's say in between English and Hindi, I wanted to add a new subject called Sanskrit. Are you all in par with me? Can you all see the screen?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Is it clear enough for you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So now in between English and Hindi, I intend to insert a new column. That means in between D and E column, I want a new column to be put in. So what I have to do? Come to E, give a right click there. Okay. There is insert option there. Click on it. The new column is inserted. Can you all see this? Have you all seen? See what I did to insert the new column. I am repeating it. I just went to the column before which I wanted the new column entry. You just have to come to the column, give a right click. Okay. Once you right click, click on insert option. The column will be automatically inserted. Just make an entry for new subject. Done? Then you can increase the column width. How? You have to come back to the column, let's say column E, where the column is ending, right? You can see this vertical line which is ending the column. Just click on that line, you will see a double-sided arrow coming. Click on it, pull it if you want to make it small, pull it out if you want to make it bigger. Clear with this? Yes or no?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. So this is how you can adjust the width of the column. You can increase the column size. Okay, width of the column has been increased. You can make an entry of the new column. Similarly, Now I will teach you how you can make a new row entry. Let's say in between Sia and Dia, I wanted which name to be inserted now? I wanted to make another student entry. So similar to the columns, what I am going to do? Come to the row header, which is row number 7. Give a right click there. Insert.
Where is that? Row.
Row header number 7 is you could see, right?
Yes, yes.
Yes. Come to the row header, give a right click and click on insert. Similar to how you had done for the column, you will do for the row now. And just insert the new entry now. Let's say what should be the new Tia? Now what if I want to represent the failure students? Okay, if you have noticed, some of the cells are already showing it, right? How to do that? Those who are getting marks below 35 should be depicted as failures in the class. So what I can do is go to that cell, okay, come to home menu. Can you all see underline here? U. The option is U. See, are you noticing the change? Come to the cell which is having marks below 35. You have to depict it as failure students. Just click on U, that is underline option from the home menu. Is this part clear, children?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Similarly, if I want to show the highest scorer, I can make it bold by clicking on B. Can you all see this?
No.
B. See, I am clicking onto the cell which is having highest marks and clicking on B, which is bold. Got that? Let's put somebody else also as 100 marks. Over here I'll put. So I'll come to this cell. I'll click on B, which is bold. Is this part clear now? Anybody who has not followed it? Okay, there is yes from your side. Fine. So going ahead. So bold is shown, underline is shown to you. Italics. Italics is a slanting way of writing. Italics is always written with a slant. So let's say I want Sanskrit to be written in italics. Just notice the change. Can you notice the change here? See, I am making Hindi italics now. Huh? It will have a slight slanting. Is this seen? Okay, okay. So this is basic font formatting. Apart from that, you could change the font style. You could change it to any other style of your choice. See, I made it cursive. You could increase the font size. You could change the font color. You could change the border. You could put thick border for it. Have you noticed this part?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Apart from that, whatever I am typing, let's say I want it to be at the center. See the change. These are alignment tabs. Okay. The one in the middle is the center. This is left, right, proper judgment. Okay. There are 6 alignments given. Now, This is to change the orientation of your text. When I say, let's say vertical, it will shift to vertical. The text will shift vertical. Let's say rotate text up. Please notice the change. Are you all able to see it?
Yes, teacher.
Yes.
Rotate text down. Angle counterclockwise. If you want, I could increase the font size. And angle clockwise. Clear? Now, another important part to be studied here is filter. Last class I had taught you about autofill, wherein you could have automatic entries for years, for date, time coming up into your Excel cells. Similarly, there is a very nice feature called sort and filter given by Excel, which helps you to filter based on certain criteria. Let's see now what it helps us to do. First, I'll make entry here. I am selecting all the subjects in line. I will say filter. The filter option is there right onto the right hand side. You will see a filter and a sorting option together. For the sort, they will show you A to Z, and for the filter, they will show you the actual filter. Okay, is this seen by everybody, this option here?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, so click on that option. First, you have to select all the subjects where you are going to apply filter to. Once you have clicked, it will automatically show you the drop down here. Now, let's say in English, I want all children who have scored marks around 90. Okay, I am not selecting all. I want only that child who has scored 90. Can you all see the change now? Can somebody tell me what has happened? Yes?
Teacher, can you explain one more time this?
Yes, I am showing it one more time. See here. The moment I have selected all the subjects, I went to, please mute yourself dear. Okay, I have clicked on the sort and filter option. From there, I clicked on filter, only the filter. Once you click on filter, you will get filters for all the subjects. Click on the first filter here. Deselect everything first. Nothing should be selected. Now I want only that child who has got 90 marks in English subject. Can you all see the change now? So out of all the entries that we had, only that particular child who had scored 90 in English is being shown. So can you imagine how helpful this tool is, especially in terms of your results? Even for your board exams, if we need to find out who is the topper in the entire state, this is the easiest way I could do it. Right? Are you all understanding? Yes or no?
Teacher.
Similarly, I
Yes,
want to
teacher.
know the topper of maths. Okay? So for the topper, I will see what is the highest mark scored, 100. So I want to know who has scored 100. I will click on that. Say OK. So only, oh, it's me, remember. Only I could score 100 marks in maths. That's very nice. Have you all followed how to apply the filter?
Yes, teacher.
Yes.
Okay. So you making use of the filter, now you should be able to find out who is the topper of the class. Similarly, you can also find out who has got the least marks amongst you. So for example, I want to know who has scored least marks. Again, I will go back to the filter by selecting the subjects, choosing the filter, coming to the subject. I want to know who is the one who has scored the least marks, 20. So it's Tia. Not only her English marks, but I will come to know her complete result from here. Clear?
Yes.
Yes, teacher.
So this is about filter. Now similar to filter, what I have got to show you today is the sort feature. From the name itself, it is telling you sort is nothing but it helps you to sort in ascending or descending. Ascending sort means it will sort from A, alphabetical order, A to Z. If I say descending sort, it will sort from Z to A. So it is the reverse. Are you understanding? See, I have selected what I need to sort first. The range has been selected. I am saying sort A to Z. So the names have been selected. I will say sort. Now, can you tell me problem with the sort that I have applied to this example? In terms of result,
Yes, teacher.
you cannot apply
Yes.
sort when you are giving the example of result. Why? Because everybody's marks will jumble up and down. Now my marks have gone to somebody else, somebody else's marks will come to me. So remember what you are going to do, I mean which option you are going to use in which case. Is that clear? So sort
Yes.
is not to be used in this scenario over here. Clear? I could instead copy this cell somewhere else. I will show you again how to copy and paste. I have taken this cells here, and over here I could definitely apply sort because it is not having impact on any other cells. Whereas in the example that is being shown to you, it definitely has an impact because it's a result of a class wherein the marks that have been shown are achievement of that particular child or the student. So in case I apply sort over the names would reorder as per the sort, whether it is ascending or descending, but definitely it is going to change. So the marks that I got will go to somebody else. Somebody else's marks will come to me. So sort example cannot be given onto this marks scenario. Clear? So now I am applying it onto an individual column now. Here definitely I could reorder. Again I am changing it from Z to A. So it will reorder from last Z to A, alphabetical order. Is this part clear enough?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Now, how did I manage to copy the cells from here and paste it in elsewhere? How you could do it is simply select the cells. Okay. Can you see copy here? Right on top. Can you all see this copy option here?
Yes,
Yes,
teacher.
teacher.
Click on it.
Yes.
Now click on the cell where you need to paste it. Let's say I want to paste it here. Okay. And there is an option on top, paste. Click on that paste option. Your cells will get pasted in line from the first cell that you had selected. Have you all followed how to copy paste?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, somebody else. You want me to show it again? See.
Yes,
it's-
teacher.
See, I have selected the cells. I have clicked on copy. Now, where I want to place it? I want to place it elsewhere. Let's say in this cell. Keep your cursor there. This is your active cell. So, from here I need to paste it. Come back to the menu. There is a paste here. Can you all
Yes,
see?
teacher.
Click on that paste.
Yeah.
Your entries will come there.
Got it, teacher.
Okay, that's nice. So this is simple copy paste. Similarly, you could also have cut paste. Now difference you have to tell me what is the difference. Now again for cut paste I am selecting the entries. I will say cut and elsewhere I am going to paste it. What is the change?
So it will delete from there and directly paste other
Correct.
side.
Very nice. See, when you say copy paste, it will create a copy. It's like a Xerox. Okay, it will keep one copy here and make a duplicate copy elsewhere. But when you are saying cut, what is the difference? It will directly remove it. It is going to cut it from there, and if you do not paste it, it will not paste anywhere. But if you click on some other cell and click on paste, it will paste it there. Clear? Is the
Yes.
difference clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, okay, that's nice. Next, apart from this, I had also shown you all that going ahead with the insert menu, there is something called as illustrations. Okay, under insert you have illustrations. The first illustration is the picture, wherein you could just click on the picture, select a picture from this device. It will show you which pictures exist. Choose any one image that will come in the active cell. Can you all see the image coming?
Yes.
Okay, the image is quite big, so we'll have to adjust the image now. How are we going to adjust it? There are anchor points coming. Can you all see this anchor points coming? Click on that anchor
Yes.
point and reduce the size. Check now whether it is, no, still we could reduce it. So hold the second anchor point, pull it. It's become too small, or rather not seen at all. Okay, is this visible enough?
Yes.
You could also rotate it. It has flipped. Okay, so see, we have rotated it as well. Using this anchor on top, you could rotate the image. Now, what if I want to put a border to the image? Just click on the borders that are shown here on top. Whichever one you like, you could click on it. You could also click on picture border and give a colorful border. You could apply picture effects, wherein you could apply shadow effect, or you could apply a glow, which will give a glow outside. Can you notice this glow which is coming outside here? Please notice the glow that is shown here outside the picture. You could also apply rotation. See, this is rotation. Then coming ahead to the next active cell, I'm going back to the insert, illustrations, shapes. Apart from picture, you could also include a shape in Excel. When you click on shapes, it will show you all the shapes that are already there within Excel. Click on any one of it, pull it out. You could put color to the shape. Double click to type inside. Again double click to select and increase the font size. Give center alignment so that it comes to the center. You could underline it. Change the color of the text. Is this seen now? Yes or no?
Yes, teacher.
Okay.
Yes.
So this is how you are going to insert a new shape into Excel. Again, coming back to illustrations, you could also choose to include an icon or a 3D model from a file if you have any. The charts were already taken up in the last class. Now what I am going to show you next is how you are going to practice all what is being taught at home at your convenience. Now most of you would say that you do not have access to laptops, right? So that's an excuse for you not to practice, and neither you would have Microsoft Excel installed, you would say. So that is another excuse, and I am going to eliminate all the excuses by showing you something which is freely available, which you can download in a short span of time, a couple of minutes rather, and you could make good use of it to learn the entire Excel package which has been taught to you so far. All ready to go? Yes or no? Quick
Yes, teacher.
Okay.
Yes, teacher.
So, as I had already mentioned to you, you have to install the sheets. I hope everybody has done it. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, teacher.
Very nice. So now I will show you how you are going to work on your mobile phones by connecting my mobile phone here to the screen. Okay, if anything is not understood, you could please stop me. I wouldn't be able to check the Jitsi Meet responses, so please unmute yourself, ask your question and get back onto the mute option. Clear? Because if you start talking as I am talking along, it will create disturbance for the rest of the people. So whatever you have to ask, you ask, unmute mute yourself back. If I request you to unmute, you can unmute and continue. Clear? Can you all see the mobile screen? Yes,
Yes,
or no?
teacher.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, there is sheets there. Okay, just click on the sheets. Got? See, there is sheets option there. You have to click on the sheets option. Are you able to see the screen?
Yes.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Now, you will create a new spreadsheet by clicking on the plus sign that you see right at the bottom. Now, the advantage here is that you don't even have to go about with your USB pen drives as before, because you would say that you have worked onto a file and it has remained in school, which is not the case now. You could just start a new sheet and continue working on it, maybe in school back or come back to your house, continue working on it. Okay, so that's the major advantage that Google Sheets gives you. It has not only helped the students but also the officials who are working continuously making use of the sheets. Am I clear on this? Because it helps you.
Yes, teacher.
It's like Excel in your pocket that you can just carry wherever you want to. Clear?
Yes, teacher.
So click on the plus sign that you see. See, there is a new spreadsheet coming up. Is this visible, people?
Yes, teacher.
Okay.
Yes, teacher.
Okay.
Yes, teacher.
Now, you will find your Excel sheet as is here. Click on the cell. This becomes the active cell. How to type into it? Double click. Start typing. Clear? Just
Yes.
double click and it will help you to type into it the data. Now, select the data. First we will see cut, copy, paste. So I am copying it, placing it into some other cell. Just hold your finger onto that cell and say paste. So this is simple copy paste. Similarly, if I want cut paste, I will say cut paste. Clear? Simple cut, copy paste. Is this clear, children?
Yes,
Yes,
teacher.
teacher.
Okay. Next option, A. Did you see an A on top? Right on top there is A option.
Yes.
So, can you all see this A on top, right on top?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Go to that A option. You will find your cell alignment, text alignment options there. Center, right, left. Left, center, right. Clear? Are you noticing this? Left, center, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Then bold. I think I better increase the font size. If it is not visible, it will become better. Is this better?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Okay. So now, okay. I have clicked on bold now. Italics, underline. Clear with this? Text color
Yes,
is the
teacher.
next. I am changing the text color. Is this seen? So you could change any color that you want to change it to. Fine. You could also fill the color. This is fill color. The bucket which you see down, right? Over here, see, you're seeing a bucket. That is for fill background color. Fine with this? Now, next you will click on the plus sign which you are going to see right on top. Is this seen?
Yes.
Can you see an image there? There is an image seen. So image in cell or image over cells. I'll say image in cell from camera. See now. Have you all seen the image coming inside the cell?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. So if I had to say over the cell, it would have overlapped what you all have written and would have come over it. Clear? Is this clear or no?
Yes.
Okay. I'm showing it again. See this. Good thumb. Is this seen now? It has come above the cell.
Yes.
Got? Understood? You could also put image from
And
your phone also you could put it. See, for that what did I tell you to do? Go to plus sign, click on image in cell, from camera and from photos is there. So if you click on from photos, your entire picture gallery will be shown here, and from there you could put the photos. Is that clear? From camera, if you choose, it is going to take your live picture. Is that clear? Selfie as you say.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Next we are going to see how to embed your charts. For that I will make some entries here. A, B, C, D, E. Okay. Let's say the marks are here. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Now go back and select your range first. Okay, before you start with the graph, select the range, go to the plus sign, click on chart. Okay, it is going to ask you over here which chart type you want. If you want column, you say column. If you don't want column, you want pie, you could click on pie. Okay, So let's say first I'll choose one of it and I'll say OK. You will find your chart coming here. Is this seen, people? I'll decrease the font.
Yes, teacher.
See this. Is it visible now?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Now, if you want to change this chart, I don't want this chart type, I want some other chart. Just click on the chart and you will find edit chart over there. Edit chart option. Once you click on the chart, there is edit chart option. Click on it. Again, you will be shown column chart. Click on that. You will get further options. Now click on the pie chart and click on the tick mark here on top. You will get your pie chart there. Is it visible, people?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Let's say again I want to change it. Click on the chart tab, edit chart. I don't want pie chart, so I clicked on the pie chart. This time I want a bar chart. Click on it. Click on tick mark on top. There you go. You get the bar chart. Okay. Again,
Yes,
I'm
teacher.
changing the chart tab, edit chart. Line chart I want, so I'll click on the line chart, click on the tick mark. There you go with the line chart. Any doubts up till here?
No.
Okay. After doing all the changes, apart from all this regular text, number formatting that is taught to you, entirely you can do it using your Google Sheets. Plus, you could also adding new sheets to the existing sheet, just how I had shown you in the last class. I will repeat it again. Okay, to add the new sheet, you have to click on the plus sign that you see right down the screen. There is a plus sign there, click on it. The sheet 2 has come. If you have noticed the plus sign that was here, just go on clicking, it will go on adding the new sheet. To change the sheet name, what you have to do? Double click on the sheet name and click on the rename option. Now you could give the name. And click on OK. Is this understood, people?
Yes, teacher.
See, again I'm repeating, to
Yes, teacher.
change the chart type, click on the chart, edit chart. If you don't like the line chart, click on the line chart. You want to change it, so click on it. Click on the chart type of your choice. Click on the tick mark that is shown on top. That's all. Clear?
Yes, teacher.
Now, what you have to do next, okay? What you will do next is, each one of you as your homework today itself will create your own Google spreadsheet. Have you all heard me clearly?
Yes, teacher.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want everybody to create your own Google spreadsheet. Show me all the font formatting that is taught to you, all the column, row, resize options, rename the sheets, okay? Include more number of sheets in your Excel worksheet, embed a picture, all 3 charts that are shown should be put in, okay? Can you please mute yourself? Okay, next. Once you are done with this, the next part, what you have to do next is, how will you send it to me? That is the most important part, right? You could, the best part of this Excel Google Sheets is, not the Excel sheet, Google Sheets is, you could share your file with anybody you want to. Unlike Microsoft Excel, which I cannot share directly, this Excel Google Sheets gives you an option where you could just click on the plus sign on top. Can you all see this person with a plus sign on top? Right on top.
Yes.
Teacher.
Click on that option. It will ask you with whom you want to share it. Okay. I could directly give the email ID of the people with whom I intend to share this file with. Clear? Now, if you have the email ID, put it there directly. Also, you can ask people to comment how your work is. So, you will say can comment, or you will say can view, means the person will only be able to see, not comment on your file, on your work. Okay, I would appreciate if you allow me to comment on your work. So you will enable can comment here. Put a message, what all things you have tried. If there are any difficulties, doubts, put it up here. And then who has access, click over there and share it with me. Now if you want to share the link privately, you have to click here. Okay, so only you can access that particular file, nobody else will be able to do changes. Clear? And once you have put in the email ID, just click on this arrow on top, it will be shared across. Is that clear, people?
Yes, teacher.
Now if you want me to do any changes in your file, you can even grant me edit permission here. Can edit, if you select, I will be able to make changes in your file. Okay?
Okay, teacher.
So similarly, what you can do is, you will share your files not directly onto my email ID. You can share the link in your classroom, everybody together. Okay, put it up in your classroom. See, this is the classroom. Can you all see the Google Classroom?
Yes, teacher.
So now see, this was the classroom, this were the entries here. I have already provided you with the link of the first session's video. The second session is also been put up here along with the material, new material, lesson number 2.